guys, it's Imogen from Rife magazine and I'm here to talk to you about poetry. I know what you're thinking. Flashbacks to GCSE English, your middle-aged, balding literature teacher droning on about some fossil of a poet whilst you flick bits of rubber across the room. Poetry is so boring. Wrong! Poetry is cool, and I'm going to show you why. Whilst the writers you may have snoozed through in your English class are fantastic in their own right, I can understand they're not to everyone's taste. So I've created a list of awesome, engaging, dynamic poets who are all still alive for you to have a little feast on, free of charge. So without further ado, here are 9 poets you should know about that aren't in your GCSE poetry anthology. Number 1, Kate Tempest. If you're a bit unsure about poetry, but love music, Kate Tempest is the one for you. Arguably the most successful British spoken word poet of current times, Kate Tempest beautifully blurs the boundaries between poetry and music. She sings, raps, and speaks passionately about politics and people, telling stories of the ordinary person through wonderfully precise and delicate language and a tear-jerkingly powerful performance. If you get a chance to see her live, please do, she made me melt. Number 2, Harry Baker. I once heard someone describe Harry Baker as the guy who will get you into poetry if you don't already like it. Fun fact, if you type poetry into YouTube, he is the first guy that comes up. He is a master of both wordplay and maths. An unlikely combination, I know, but he will have you in utter creases. Number 3, Rupi Kaur. I first discovered Rupi Kaur whilst hunting around in a bookshop for some juicy new reading material. If you're not a massive nerd like me and you don't hang out in bookshops, then you might have discovered her where she is most famous, which is Instagram. She writes simply and beautifully about love and womanhood in the most daring manner. There's no uber complicated metaphors or ye olde language, just pure elegance. Her Instagram is great, but if you get a chance, check out her book Milk and Honey. Gave me damn shivers. Number 4, Anthony Anaxagorou. This guy is absolutely mesmerising. His writing is very relevant, very political. Again, he's an incredible page poet as well as a spoken word artist. He already has quite a lot of involvement in schools, another voice in the poetry community who is really inspiring young people. Absolute fire. Number 5, Vanessa Kisuule. As well as a poet, Vanessa is a fantastic performer and playwright, and you can catch her show Sexy at the Wardrobe Theatre on the 31st of July. Her writing is funny, entertaining, deeply personal, heartbreaking, all of the adjectives. She has the ability to draw you in and paint the most intricate pictures with her words. Number 6, Inua Ellams. He's a Nigerian poet who lives in the UK and tells stories of growing up and moving around various different countries. His stories are so unique to his life. Plus, he has the most beautiful speaking voice. It's like listening to someone speak music. Number 7, Joelle Taylor. Joelle already works a lot in schools. She runs the Slambassadors programme, which is a poetry slam for under 19s living in the UK. She really cares and writes about young people. I don't know anyone who's doing anything else quite like she is, inspiring the next generation of young poets. She's working hard using her wonderful words and delicious metaphors to make poetry more accessible because it is for everyone. Number 8, Amelie Ony. Like Kate Tempest and lots of other poets, she uses music within her poetry. Her singing voice is so beautiful and even her speaking voice is really melodic. Listening to her, it's like being punched in the gut and rubbed on the tummy at the same time. It's amazing. She writes a lot about identity and being a black woman, and she delivers that with power and conviction. Her presence on stage is equally as powerful as her words. Number 9, Koyczan. Koyczan is amazing. He is one of the most famous spoken word poets in the world at the moment and arguably the current pioneer of the art form. Even though he's not in your GCSE poetry anthology, he's used a lot in schools for his messages of anti-bullying and general acceptance. His stories and poems are raw and personal. He will have you laughing and crying within minutes. So that's my list of poets. Obviously there are hundreds that I've missed out, so if there's anyone that you think is missing from your GCSE poetry anthology, then please let us know. Go and check out these poets on YouTube, buy their books, follow them on social media. All of the footage of poets that I've used in this video are from Raise the Bar Spoken Word, who are a fantastic spoken word poetry night in Bristol. They have a night on once a month here at the Watershed, so please look them up as well. Go and make your own poetry anthology, listen to poets, they're great, write your own poetry, be inspired, get your voice heard through your words. Imogen out.